Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Toddy Walnuts video. Today I'm going to show you guys my Arrow Video Blu-ray and DVD collection. This is most of my collection, but not all of it. And we'll just do a quick little pan here. There's 5 shelves of all Arrow goodness. And you guys all know about Arrow by now. They release really good product. They're a UK-based company, but they do sell Blu-rays in the US now, so that's great. I was happy to, I guess, buy stuff from Arrow early on in their game, and I started buying DVDs. These are all my DVDs right here. We will get to those in a little bit, but I think I have close to 200 titles. I know for a fact this is not all of them because I do have both of the Creepshow editions. This is the US red cover, and then there was also a blue cover or purple cover. And at the moment I can't find it, but I do have it somewhere. And I think I have some other titles kind of mixed in with other stuff. But for now, I'll just show you guys what I have here on the shelves. And these are the original slip boxes that Arrow first released. Oh, and I gotta say too that I just kind of threw this together, so none of this is in alphabetical order. So those of you with OCD, like myself, you may find this video to be a little bit distracting because it's not in any alphabetical order or by directors or anything. It's just kind of thrown in there. At some point I will alphabetize all of this, but let's just get right into it here. This is the slipcover or slipbox edition of Dario Argento's Inferno. This is George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which is very pricey, very scarce, because when they had the London riots, the warehouse was destroyed and burned down. A lot of the stock was destroyed. So not too many editions of that survived. And the next one is Lamberto Bava's Demons and Demons 2. And we have some Fulci goodness here. This is The House by the Cemetery. Here is Romero's Day of the Dead. Another Fulci, City of the Living Dead. This is the 30th anniversary edition. Here's one that's very hard to find. This was Zombie Flesh Eaters, and it was limited to 500 pieces. In the beginning, when Arrow first started releasing these slipcover editions, or these slip boxes, not too many people were keen on the company yet. And when this first dropped, I ordered 5 of these, and I had 5 at one time. So nowadays, if Arrow released anything in 500, it would be gone in a day. But the next one is Forbidden Zone. That's Danny Elfman's brother, Richard Elfman, who directed that one. Here is Fukasaku's Battle Royale, which is a really good, kind of an adult version of Hunger Games, I guess, is the best way to describe that one. Really good. Some brutal kills in there. Next one is Grace Jones in Vamp. And we have some 80s war epic. Not really an epic, but kind of like a Rambo. I don't know if it's a ripoff, but same style. Dolph Lundgren, Red Scorpion. Really good Argento here. This is Tenebrae. I really enjoy that film. Another Argento here. This is The Cat O' Nine Tails. Another kind of a hidden gem, I think. Not too many people talk too much about Cat O' Nine Tails. I really enjoy that one. Here's a Mario Bava. And this is Lisa and the Devil, and this was one of their last slipbox releases. Here is the blue edition of Caligula, the Imperial edition. Another Argento, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, which also had a box set re-released on blue. And Phenomena, which also has a re-release. And we have a good Brian De Palma film. This is Obsession. And this one comes with a book, pretty thick book, I believe it's the, I don't know if it's a play of the film. It says it's an exclusive collector's booklet featuring an essay on the film by critic and author Brad Stevens. Here is a Frank Henenlotter horror comedy, Frankenhooker. Pretty fun stuff. Mario Bava's Black Sunday, very good film, starring Barbara Steele. Bava's Bay of Blood, another really nice edition. And in the same vein as like Death Wish and some of the 80s revenge films, this one is The Exterminator. And we have William Lustig's Maniac Cop, which also has a steelbook release by Arrow Video. Here is Tobe Hooper's Funhouse, really fun 80s film. One of the best, if not his very best, Argento's Deep Red. Really enjoy that film. And the last Slipbox edition is Fulci's The Beyond. So I'm going to pause it here for a second and take a little break. Okay, so those are all of the Slipbox editions, and a lot of those came with posters, and all of them came with booklets, and most of them came with a choice of 4 different covers you can choose for the cover of the edition. I highly recommend trying to track these down. I know since they've gone out of print they're very expensive, but here are some more Slipbox editions. These are from Arrow Academy, and the first one is the Federico Fellini. Well, he had one story in there. This is an anthology called Spirits of the Dead. I believe there were 3 films in this anthology. And this one also comes in the same slipbox as the other white ones did. The next one is, these are all now out of print too, by the way. The next one is the slipbox edition of Ashes and Diamonds. I know this has since been re-released as just an Amore edition. The next one is, let's see if I can angle my chair a little bit better here for you guys. This is Bicycle Thieves, which also has a Criterion release, as does the Tin Drum, based on a novel by Günter Grass, and The Conformist, which I believe is a British spy espionage film. There you can see it has the 4 different choices of cover art there. The next one I have a double because one was released as a UK release only, and this is Stray Cat Rock. This is the US edition right here. The only difference is the logo at the top. One is black and one is white, but the first one, this one here, was released in the UK only, and it sold out really fast, and it went out of print, and it was very expensive, and then they had since re-released it on US, and I picked that up. I may give one of these away in my 1,500 subscriber contest, which will be coming up shortly. I still have to get some prizes put together. Now this next little bit here are the slipcover editions. I don't have a whole lot of slipcover editions, maybe about 10 or so. The first one is Contamination, and this one has a really nice kind of a foil, reflective kind of a slipcover. It's really nice. And the next one I have doubles of, so this may also be another prize in the 1,500 sub contest. This is Blood Rage, an 80s slasher. It's not the greatest, but I'm still glad to own it. One of them is sealed, and one of them is open. And the next one is Henenlotter's Brain Damage. A lot of you guys picked that up. It's a more recent release. The next one here is a Russ Meyer film. This is called Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which also has a Criterion release. And so does My Darling Clementine, a John Ford film. It's a really nice slipcover edition. I prefer that over the Criterion edition. And we have James Caan in Thief, a Michael Mann film. And a really good film. I really enjoy that one. And With Nail and I missed the big box set that they had, and I regret it, but I'm still happy to have the slipcover edition. So moving over, move my chair with me. The next one is the Guyver, and that's probably one of the coolest looking slipcovers I've seen. It has that nice foil effect. You can kind of see like the lightning crackling in the background. I really like the way that looks. And the Mutilator, this was one that I had recommended to Arrow, and I can't say for sure if they took my advice or not, but that was one that I recommended to them. The next one is the box set of Pieces. Good film. Everybody knows that film by now. And we have a Brian Usna film called Society. And this has since been re-released as an Amore case edition, but that is these are the deluxe kind of box set editions here. The next one is Bloodbath. And this film here is pretty gross. Bootgerite Necromantic 2. And the next one is an Arrow Academy. This is more or less a slip box. It's where it's not quite a slip cover because it doesn't open at the top and the bottom. It slides out of the side here as like a little digipack. But this is the Katsi. I believe this is the Katsi trilogy. They call it the Kuya-Nis Katsi and the Powak Katsi. But these are really good visual like documentary style films. Dizzying, hypnotic examples of cinema set to extraordinary scores by Philip Glass. And it just shows different landscapes and footage like that. It's really cool. I know Criterion has since re-released that. One of my favorites of all time, going all the way back to the VHS days, is Tobe Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And this was one that Arrow kind of learned their lesson on. They released this as a limited edition, but they released it in 10,000, and they had this, I believe it is now finally out of print, but it came out in, well, the original movie came out in 1986, but this box set was released 2013, and I think it took about 3.5 years before that finally sold out. Here's Bootgerite's Necromantic. Not a whole lot to say about those. They're good collector's pieces, but I don't really care too much for the films. Here is one of my all-time favorites, and this is a beautiful edition. This is their latest. This is Reanimator, the H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. And here is Bride of Reanimator, Brian Usna Films. Here is Argento's Phenomena box set. Here is the Bird with the Crystal Plumage box set, Argento. And Deep Red, one of my favorites. Suspiria and Deep Red, I think, are my two Argento favorite films. Tenebrae's up there as well. Now here is Creepshow 2, and this is the US red cover. They have also released a purplish blue color that was released in Canada, and I did grab that one as well. Here's another one I own two of, and that is The Hills Have Eyes, Wes Craven. And there you can see Michael Berryman, maybe his best film. I will probably be giving one of those away. These are both Region A, I believe. Let me double check that. Yep, they're both Region A. The reason I have two of them is because I picked up the second one for 20 bucks. So I just wanted to take it home and add it to the collection. Give it away to one of you guys. Here is Cronenberg's Videodrome. This is a really good set that Arrow put out. This is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Here is the 4 Marx Brothers films from Paramount from 1929 to 1933. I did a review on my page if you guys want to go back a few videos, and you can check that whole unboxing out. It wasn't really a review, it was more of an unboxing. But if you want to see the insides of that box set, please go check out my unboxing of it. The next one is The Burning, one of my favorite 80s slashers. Love that movie. Another really beautiful set by Arrow is Evil Ed. This is one of their best releases. my opinion. Another really good one is Madhouse. This is a more recent release. And we have Le Grand Bouffe. Still haven't popped that one in yet to check it out. It's still sealed. And here is a Japanese horror film called Dark Water. And we have this is a slasher, but it's a giallo film called The Blood-Stained Butterfly. Here's a little creature feature film, drive-in style from the 80s. Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers. Fun little film. This one is not the greatest, but it's the first time it was released on Blu-ray. I had never even seen this on DVD, but I do remember renting it on VHS. This is Microwave Massacre. I knew I had to pick it up just to have it in the collection. A really good gangster film from the 70s, I believe. 73 or 74. Looks like 73. This is Dillinger. True crime story about John Dillinger, the bank robber gangster. Here is the Ray Harryhausen special effects Blu-ray, packed with interviews and all kinds of good behind-the-scenes stuff. If you're a fan of Harryhausen, you should have that in your collection. Here is a Japanese werewolf cop movie called Wolf Guy. Here is some 70s exploitation. This is, when did this one come out? 1975. And this is a pretty recent release from Arrow. This is called The Climber. Joe D'Alessandro. And the next one is Dead End Drive-In. This one was released. The film came out in 1996. I did watch that, but I can't really remember much about it. It wasn't too memorable. Here is a zombie flick. The special effects in this movie are horrible, but it's kind of charming in a way. This is Nightmare City. Here is a 80s slasher film about the Madman Mars. And here is a spaghetti western called Kill and Pray, starring Lou Castle. I think maybe this would be a good time for me to stop it. This will be the end of part 1. I may do this in a couple more parts. I'll probably do this in 3 parts total. So just to kind of recap what we went over, I'll just kind of do a little scan here so you guys can read the titles. And I apologize if it's... I know I apologize all the time, but if the quality is a little bit blurry, I'm a little picky when it comes to that, so I'm sorry if it's hard to see these. Let me know what you guys think. Leave any comments below. I just have to say too that I haven't been getting notified from Google about any new subscribers or any of my comments. So if I didn't get back to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I promise you I'm not. I just am not getting any notifications whatsoever. So I will go back to some of my previous videos and see if I can respond to some of those comments. But take care, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I may shoot part 2 tomorrow. We'll see how everything goes. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.